Okay, so next up we have TensorFlow.variables, and this is particularly important because variables are given a special memory location where they are basically used on a frequent access basis. So anywhere on the memory where you can access it quickly, then that is a place where the tf.variable is stored.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
And that is why declaring variables explicitly is particularly important. Okay, so now to do that, let's type in a new variable. Okay, so let's first comment this out so that we don't have a lot of output. So var b, and now let's make this equal to tf.variable. Okay, so tf.variable, let's first make this of a smaller size. So let's call this 5. So we only have 5 zeros, a one dimensional array of 5 zeros. So now we have tf.variable, and now we are basically passing in an initial set of points or initial set of numbers which we want to assign as a variable. So that is why we have declared the tf.zeros over here. So now let's pass on the variable a. Okay, so now after this basically we have initialized a variable. So now let's do b.print. Let's first clear everything. And now let's type in b.print. So now we should again see 5 zeros, and this is exactly what we want. So now let's suppose, let's say we want to add some values to the variables. Okay, so now let's again create a new variable over here. So var c is equal to tf dot, okay, let's again remove the print statement. So var c is equal to tf dot tensor. So over here, as you can see, we have got a one dimensional tensor of zeros. So now over here, let's also make a one dimensional tensor. So c is equal to tf dot tensor 1d. And now inside of the tensor 1d, basically let's pass on some new numbers. Okay, so let's make this 2.0, comma 5.0, comma 6.0, and comma let's say 3.0. so these are 4 values, comma 1.0. okay, so now let's again do c.print first. okay, so now over here we should basically see 25631, which we are seeing. So now we want to change the value of our variable tensor to the value of c. okay, so now to do that we basically do b.assign, and we pass in the variable c over here. And then what we do is we just want to print out the tensor currently, which is the updated tensor. So b.print, and this should basically give us an updated value. So let's clear everything and let's print the value of b again. And with this we basically have an updated value of b. So now let's recollect what we did up till now. So at the very first stage we initialized TensorFlow.zeros, then we created a new TensorFlow.variable, and then we basically passed in the values of the zeros to the variable so that we have an initial shape of a tensor created as a variable, and then we assigned a new value, a new tensor value onto the created variable, and then we printed out the particular variable. Okay, so this is how variables basically work in TensorFlow. You do not have a whole type of variables because the only thing which matters in TensorFlow is a tensor, and you can basically declare any dimensional tensor by using this very same method. Okay, so now in the next lecture we'll be focusing on some objects or some operations on those variables which we have currently declared. So now as you can see that TensorFlow basically has created all of these objects for you. So you simply cannot do a plus b or b plus c in this case if you want to add two variables, because that is not native JavaScript numbers. So now let's see how it is done in JavaScript in the next lecture.